one wins, everyone has succeeded.
When we take the time to show someone they're needed.
Almost set, then? Aye, aye, Mr. Barnacle. Cast off. Next stop, Rocky Island Lighthouse.
I still can't understand why you folks want to spend your vacation at that spooky old lighthouse. There's lots of nice beach houses right on the bay.
History, Mr. Barnacle. History.
Papa's always had a keen interest in old service buildings.
They have a history no one should ever forget. Just imagine all the ships and sailors' lives that lighthouse must have saved on many a stormy night over the years.
But no one set foot in the place since they closed it up long ago. There's no electricity, and it's haunted. The old lighthouse was in use for over 100 years. Then, one day, years ago, they just shut it down. We use modern technology like sonar now, so who needs a lighthouse? Or a lighthouse keeper? Captain Salt was his name. He took care of the lighthouse all his life, just like his papa before him. But when they shut the place down, he just disappeared. They say it's his ghost that haunts Rocky Island.
Neat. Cool.
Wow! It's like looking into a tunnel.
Only up.
Ooh! No wonder they closed it down. It doesn't have a light.
It used to have one right in the middle of this room. A big oil lamp surrounded by mirrors. It was up to the lighthouse keeper to keep it burning, so that the sailors could see the light through the roughest storm and steer their ships clear of the dangerous rocks. Hey, look! You can see Ursa Major, the Big Bear constellation.
Ow! What is it? A clamshell?
Maybe the seagulls dropped them.
Okay, but how'd they get in here? The windows are closed. And the shells are empty. As Cousin Fred would say,
This looks like a job for
the Bear Detectives. Huh? Hey, there's something outside.
Huh?
Really, something was there. I saw it. It was glowing.
My guess would be it was your glowing imagination.
And my guess would be we have a big mystery to solve. I hope you have a lot of empty pages in that notebook, brother. Papa?
Just the wind.
Hear that? First the clams, then the glowing thing on the beach, and now mysterious footsteps.
This is getting better and better.
Just think. Lighthouse keepers have been cooking on this very wood stove for over 100 years. It's a shame that an old treasure like this is just left to be forgotten.
Next thing you'll be telling us is you can taste the history.
Well, you can.
We're going out, okay?
Stay out of the water.
We will.
And don't go far.
We won't. Whatever was out here last night must have left footprints.
Nothing. Maybe whatever it was doesn't leave footprints. Then again, maybe it did. And the water washed them away. What do we do now, brother?
Only one thing to do, sister.
Huh?
Sandcastles!
Yay!
All we need now is one big shell to put right on top. How about this one? Huh? Whoa!
Looks like somebody's still home in that one. It went in there.
I can't see. It's too dark.
Brother, look!
Look. A handprint.
Yes, and it's glowing.
Just like what I saw last night. This clue is way better than footprints. But how did it get there? Who made it? Sister!
Hey! Over here! Feel like going exploring? Hey! Wait for me!
What do you see?
Nothing. Except this.
A flashlight?
Spooky.
Look! Stairs! Look at all this neat stuff.
Maybe it used to belong to pirates. Cool.
Guess what I found?
Glow-in-the-dark paint? Hey, that's what made the handprint glow.
And whatever you saw on the beach. And where have we heard this before?
The footsteps we heard last night. They were coming from down here.
I am the ghost of the lighthouse keeper. I am... Uh-oh.
No, I don't think so.
No, I'm not a ghost. But I am the lighthouse keeper. Or at least, I used to be.
Captain Salt? You used to live here and keep the light burning.
And save ships and everything.
Not anymore. Now I just pretend to be a ghost to keep people away from the lighthouse and my things.
You mean all this cool stuff belongs to you?
You called my stuff cool. Does that mean you like my collection?
Sure, it's like finding a treasure.
Treasure? You really think so? And that's how sailors use sextants like this to determine their location by the altitude of the sun.
Is this you, Captain Salt?
Aye, with my papa back when he was the lighthouse keeper long ago.
Well, obviously you didn't just disappear like Mr. Barnacle said.
No, ma'am. I had no place to disappear, too. I mean, where does an old lighthouse keeper like me go when he doesn't have a lighthouse to keep anymore? No, when they closed down the lighthouse, they sort of closed me down as well. Both of us. No use to anyone anymore. But now that you folks know the truth, that I'm no ghost, well, I guess I'll have to be shipping off.
Well, not until you have a good meal, at least.
And then 20-foot waves came in. It was an awful sight. But I dove in, soaked to the bone, with the rope clenched between my teeth, tied her around a rock, and the ship was saved.
Oh, bravo, Captain
Very
Salt.
good story.
Oh, An old story in exchange for the best flounder this old sea bear has ever tasted, ma'am. A fine meal. Can't tell you how tired I am of raw clams.
So those were your clamshells upstairs.
Well, I guess it's time to stop haunting this old lighthouse and move on. Don't know where to, but...
Hey, sis, I have an idea.
I think I know what you're about to say.
Captain Salt,
Brother and I have an idea.
you're really good at explaining about all the ship and sailor stuff that you've collected.
And you tell the best stories about how you and this lighthouse saved ships and rescued sailors.
So we think that's what you should do.
The Cubs thought up the whole thing themselves, Mr. Barnacle.
Well, Papa gave us the idea because he's always saying that we shouldn't forget about all the history old buildings have.
Or old bears have. Listening to Captain Salt reminded us of Professor Actual Factual at the Berenstain Museum back home.
So that's what gave you the idea. And what a great idea it was, too. The Rocky Shore Nautical Museum, with Captain Salt himself as curator and tour guide.
How can I ever thank you?
We knew you were special, Captain Salt.
You just needed to know it too.